Champions, coming at you again today with feelings as a player, not coaching tips. Okay, most of you know as a player I was and am a double-handed player still when I play, but I started coaching one-handed because it's less effort for me. And a couple of things I discovered with my one-handed as I started coaching, and my one-handed is actually pretty decent now from all the coaching. So 3 things that I felt if I do this, it helps me a lot. Stay tuned. First thing I noticed as I'm coaching with the one hand is, obviously as a two-handed backhand, your right hand grip is on continental bevel 2. I notice when I go to bevel 1, so back like a full western forehand, it helped me so much on the backhand. So obviously continental I could get away with it, but it was a bit weak, it was flat. As soon as I went just a bit over with my grip, I was able to coach a lot easier, hit the balls where I wanted. I was even able to start hitting with my advanced players with the one-handed just by simply switching the grip back a little bit. That was the first thing I really noticed on my one hand. The second thing I realized, for some reason, again, there's obviously reasons behind this, but I'm talking as a player now. When I cocked up my wrist this way, the more I cocked up my wrist, the more I was able to rip the ball, more racket head speed, instead of just turning normally like I would on the double in the backhand. So I went like this, cock it up, I got more rip. Obviously what's happening on contact point, as you release the wrist, that's where the whip comes from if you start with a cocked up wrist. So this was the second thing I realized really helped my single backhand tremendously. And then lastly, I've noticed Gasquet also does this. If you don't know Gasquet, just Google him, you should know him. Richard Gasquet, very, very solid backhand. But I realized when I turn like extremely high, almost where it starts looking awkward, if I turn really high, I've got better backhands, more impact, more spin, more racket head speed. And I think, again, the reason for that is when I go this high, automatically you turn more. So it really felt good for me when I got my racket up. It's almost like it's close to my head. I watch a lot of pros do that as well. The reason why I'm talking as a player, because you're not going to go and tell a player, listen, get your racket up close to your head. You will say turn up a little bit, but for me, closer I got up to my head, it just really felt good. And then lastly, bonus tip, I realized also that if I hit more up on the ball first, so same side of my body, before I released, I also was hitting a lot better single backhands. Instead of going across immediately, hit up and then release. One more for you, champs. Here we go. Reminder to please subscribe. Grab my ebook below. My ebook is helping many people. It's linked in the description. Everything I did right is in there. Everything I did wrong is in there. And make sure you get it so you can do what I did right and not make the same mistakes. Guys, next video coming out will be coaching tips again. It won't be as a player. These videos, last couple, was mostly as a player, what I'm feeling and what I felt, not necessarily the tips on paper. So a couple of coaching videos coming soon. Thanks for subscribing. Ebook below. Boom.